Hello children, in this video we are going to see about an introduction to the polymer chemistry and what are polymers. This polymer chemistry and polymers are very much related to our daily life. For example, the things which we use in our daily life. Whenever you get ready for the school, you used to wake up early in the morning, you used to brush your teeth, you used to wear uniform clothes, and you also take your bag along with you, right? So, have you ever thought what these things are made of? So, they are nothing but they are created or made of fibers, and these fibers are nothing but the long chains of natural and synthetic polymers. And today we are going to see about what are these polymers. In our olden days, right? So, our elders, your grandparents would have used many of the biodegradable and recyclable products. You would have observed this. They used to wear cotton clothes. Your grandpa used to wear vesti and all. So, they are made up of cottons, and your grandparents, grandma used to wear silk saris. Your mother used to wear silk saris, and whenever they go out for a shopping, they used to take jute bags with them. So these all products are made up of fibers, and they are biodegradable and recyclable. But nowadays, in the current days, we are using more of non biodegradable and non recyclable products. These are nothing but the plastics, and these plastics are also the polymers. But whereas the biodegradable and recyclable fibers are the natural polymers, whereas the non-biodegradable fibers are the synthetic polymers. Next, we will see what are polymers. So, from the name itself, we can able to easily understand what are polymers. So, the poly means many. So, poly means many, and the term many in Greek it means poly, and mer means basic smaller units. So this is the meaning for the word polymer. So poly means many, that is it contains many number, and mer means basic smaller units. So it has many basic smaller units, and that is the polymer. And next we will see how these polymers are made. Okay, so you can see here the monomers, right? When these monomers bonded together as a long chain, they form a polymer chain. So as you see here, there are single monomers. When they join together as a long chain, they are called polymers, and this reaction is called as polymerization. We will see these polymers with an examples. Now let us see the types of polymers. Types of polymers. In general, these polymers are classified into two different types, namely the natural polymers and the synthetic polymers. And these natural polymers consists of is categorized into two different categories of polymers, namely protein polymers and the carbohydrate polymers. Now let us see about these natural polymers. So these natural polymers, as the name suggests, they are found in the natures. So as we say it is in nature, then it is present in the living systems like human beings, animals and plant systems. And in the living systems, they are found in the two forms, that is protein and carbohydrates, and also in the form of cellulose. And the protein and carbohydrates are present in our human bodies, for example in the form of DNA and enzymes. The cellulose form is present in the wood and paper, which is the plant system. And these protein carbohydrates are helpful in the life processes of the living systems, whereas this cellulose helps and provide the structural materials to the organism. For example, the cellulose provides structural materials to the plants, and these protein and carbohydrates like DNA, enzymes, they help in the life processes of the human beings. So now let us see how these protein polymers are formed. So as was seen in the before slides, that when the individual monomers are joined together by a bond to form a long chain, they result in the polymers, and the reaction is called polymerization. And in the same way, the protein polymers are also formed through a polymerization reaction, whereas in this case, the monomer is the amino acid. So here you can see, right, the small rounds of different colors. These are nothing but the monomers, that is amino acids. And when these amino acids are joined together, when these individual amino acids are joined together by a peptide bond, they form a chain, right? So these chain results in the formation of the polymers, which is nothing but the protein polymers, and this is formed through a reaction called as polymerization. Now we can see the natural examples in our day-to-day life. So in this picture you can see this is the structure of DNA, which is made up of the proteins, and also our skin, hair and nails also made up of the protein polymers. In the animal systems we can able to see the feather of the birds, like you can able to see the peacock. Everyone would like to have the peacock feathers, and also you will like many other colorful feathers of the many other birds. So all these feathers are made up of protein polymers. And also furs of the animals, for example goat, and also many panda bears and all, you would have seen their fur will be so rich, right? So these fur is also made up of protein polymers. And also the silk which is obtained from the silkworm, they are also made of protein polymers, and all these are the natural polymers which are found in the living systems. Now let us see what is carbohydrate polymers. These carbohydrate polymers includes three compounds like cellulose, chitin and lignin. And this cellulose are the major components which is present in the cotton which we use for clothing, right? We used to wear cotton clothes, and these uh, cotton is made up of cellulose. And next is chitin. This chitin is found in the cell walls of fungi like mushrooms, and it is also present in the exoskeleton of certain insects like crabs and spider. You would have seen this thick shell of the crabs, right? It is nothing but it is made up of chitin, and these chitin are very strong compound and it is very hard to break. For example, we can see it in the crab. And next compound is the lignin, and this provides the structural material to the plant. So the plant cell wall are made up of lignin. Now let us see about what is synthetic polymers. So we saw the natural polymers are present in the living system, but these synthetic polymers are not present in the living system. Instead, they are made by the humans, that is, it is made man-made polymers. And these polymers are obtained as a raw materials from the petroleum oil and also gas. During the process of making petrol, the oil and gas is involved. When the oil and gas is processed to make a petrol, they obtain a byproduct. So the byproduct they obtain is the ethylene and propylene. And these ethylene and propylene are nothing but the monomers. And this ethylene and propylene act as a building block monomers which make different types of plastics. So when these ethylene and propylene monomers form a long chain of polymers, when they bond and form a long chain, they form a polymers, and it results in the formation of plastics. For example, we can see the PVC, which is nothing but the polyvinyl chloride. It is a polymer compound which is used in the plastic. For example, in our house we used to use the PVC pipes, right? So these PVC pipes are nothing but they are the plastics, and these plastics are nothing but the synthetic polymers. So hope today we have learned introduction about the polymer chemistry, how the polymers are used in our daily life, and we learned what are polymers and two different types of polymers, which is natural polymers and synthetic polymers, and examples for all these. And today we can have a take back lesson, which is nothing but in our olden days our elders used to use the biodegradable and recyclable uh, polymers, right? So we can also use the biodegradable and recyclable polymers instead of using plastic. So from today onwards you can take a decision to use very much less of plastics. Thank you.